Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's videos we are taking a look at the Master League Classic. And these battles were submitted by a member of the community, Mr. Mojo, so I definitely appreciate the submission. And these battles are featuring Lugia in the Open Master League. Lugia in seasons past did get a new move, Aeroblast, which does an absolute ton of damage and has turned it into a force to be reckoned with in the Master League. So without further ado, let's hop into the battles and take a look at it in action. We're hopping into the first match here against Latstar, leading Melmetal into a Dialga. So this is a pretty good matchup. They are going to safe swap into Mewtwo, and he's going to counter swap into his origin form Giratina. And he's in a pretty good spot here. He can really just go straight for the Ominous Winds. And Mewtwo is going to feel very pressured. As you can see, even one Ominous Wind does so much. And now he can safely let the Side Strike go. That does a lot, but he'll be able to tank it. My goodness, Mewtwo is so spammy. Back-to-back Side Strikes there. Let's see if he can farm down. Ooh, he's able to farm down. So he's down a shield, but he's kept switch advantage. Dialga comes back in, of course, and he's going straight for the Shadow Ball to do maximum damage. Does pick up a shield, and he's going to get farmed down. Now he's still in a pretty good spot where his Melmetal, ooh, they swap into Groudon and he has a Lugia. And this is some of the power of Lugia. Lugia has such a commanding matchup over Groudon, purely just because it is a flying type. So Groudon is forced to go for non-stab fire punches, which really are not going to do a lot. As you can see, even going for sky attacks, not Aeroblast, that does so much to Groudon, and those fire punches are doing absolutely nothing to Lugia. So at this point, he's in a really commanding position. He can just keep letting those moves through, builds up a bunch, and throws the sky attack. They actually shield. Interesting choice there, but he's able to get to another sky attack as the opponent lost track of how much energy he had, and then is going to take out the Groudon. Dialga comes back in, and let's see if he ends up going for the Aeroblast. He does. Let's see how much a resisted Aeroblast does to Dialga. A very tanky Pokemon. Wow. That's craziness. Oh my goodness. And from here, doesn't even have to worry about shielding. It's just an Iron Head bait, able to get to the superpower, and that is going to be enough to take out the Dialga and give him the game. So as you can see, if you can get your Lugia switch locked onto a ground type like Groudon, it is going to perform very, very well. It's a very strong matchup. Hopping into game number 2, another really good lead. They're going to safe swap into Origin Giratina, and he's going to counter swap with his own. Unfortunately, the opponent does beat him to a charge move. He shields it up. Ooh, Shadow Ball, nice shield. He's going straight for the Ominous Wind. If the opponent's been counting, they should know it's just an Ominous Wind. They were not, so they decide to commit the shield. Now, even though he switched in late, he should be close to caught up on energy since he was able to successfully bait. Goes for another Ominous Wind, gets another shield. Opponent's throwing again. He's going to let the Shadow Ball through. Interesting choice there. Now he's coming in with Lugia to do some work. And let's see Lugia, even with taking super effective damage, how it does in this matchup. And Ominous Wind really isn't doing a whole lot. And he is going to go straight for the sky attack. And this should be enough to take out... Ooh, nice swap by the opponent onto Dialga. Very, very well done there. Charge move coming through. It is going to be the Iron Head. And let's see if he... Oh, really nice job banking the Aeroblast and switching out. I love that play. That is a really nice play. Going straight for the superpower that does massive damage. He's going to be able to go straight for the Rock Slide onto Origin. It's debuffed, so my guess is it won't KO. Very, very close. Looks like a little bit of lag there. Able to farm down. Let's see what they do have in the back. Ooh, Kyogre. Okay. So he's going to need a combo play here. If he can get off 2 of these rock slides, then his switch timer may not be up, which it looks like it's not. So he's going to need at least 2 of these rock slides, and then 1 Aeroblast should be able to do the trick with taking out Kyogre. And it looks like he's actually staying in to force them to throw, which they do, and he smartly saves the shield for Lugia and can now safely switch in, go for the Aeroblast, and that's going to be more than enough to clean up Kyogre and take the game. So as you can see, Lugia very strong as a closer as well. My goodness, the damage it outputs. Now Melmetal into Dragonite. So this is another really favorable lead. They safe swap into Garchomp. So this may be one of those Premier Cup teams that has since migrated to Master Classic to avoid XL Mons. thanks to Niantic's very successful XL rollout. They go for the Outrage. Look at Lugia just tanking an Outrage like it's nothing. Oh my goodness. Back-to-back Outrages. It just survives. It just doesn't care. And Lugia's at back-to-back Sky Attacks. Let's see how much a Sky Attack does. Ooh, that does a solid amount. I was hoping it would do a bit more, but hey, it's not Aeroblast, so that is going to be taking out the Garchomp. Let's see if he does come back in with that Dragonite. He is. Looks like he is going to try and farm down with Dragonite. Unable to do so, so Dragonite's going to be hit by a Sky Attack, and Dragonite is going to have to commit that shield. Now he's going to be able to bring back in Melmetal. And he honestly doesn't fear any of these charge moves. He can let this go. It's just a Dragon Claw. Even if that was a Draco, Melmetal doesn't really fear Dragonite too much. So can tank both those Dragon Claws. They switch out into Metagross. Yes, so this is a... Yeah, as the opponent does resign the match, so this is a Master League Premier team that was playing in the Master League just to avoid XLs. Another Dragonite lead. Ooh, and they're actually staying in this time. It looks like they have the correct fast move. Ooh, never mind. Heatran. Ooh, going straight for the superpower. Let's see if this lands. Ooh, did not land. Going back to back on him. Come on, land. Ooh, that does so much damage. And coming in with the Origin Giratina. And this should be a pretty solid matchup here. They are going to be able to fight back with the Iron Heads, but at this low of health and already down a shield, the Giratina can honestly tank this, farm all the way down, and have close to 100 energy leaving this matchup. It looks like that's what he's doing. Oh, this Giratina is absolutely loaded on energy. Oh, this Dragonite's not going to have a very good day. They're going to have to play the guessing game. Oh, they call the Ominous. Really nice play by the opponent. Realizing that they had to call the bait, now they're able to successfully shield the Shadow Ball, and he aggressively swaps into Melmetal, going straight for the Rock Slide before they do have the ability to switch out, and that does massive damage. Again, charge move coming through. Melmetal doesn't fear Dragonite, so can safely let this Hurricane go. They swap into Dialga, Superpower coming through, and this is going to be doing massive damage to Dialga, which it does. And from here, with a 2 shield advantage, Lugia is in a fantastic spot to close endgame. Lugia is going to be able to shield all charge moves and can throw the Sky Attack or can even farm down. Oh, going for the 2 shield flex on him. Oh, absolutely love it. Is he going to commit the shield or is he going for the flex? He's going for the flex. Come on, farm him down. Yes! Farmed him down, and that's more than likely going to be the Aeroblast coming through. So able to 2 shield flex on him with Lugia. You absolutely love to see it. Hopping to the next game against Moltres 19770. They better be running Moltres. Terrible lead here with Machamp, and a safe swap into Lugia. And the opponent comes out with a Metagross. So this may be another of those Master League Premier Cup into Master Classic transplants to avoid XL Pokemon. Meteor Mash comes through, and yeah, even with a tanky Pokemon like Lugia, Meteor Mash is just such a good move. But as you saw, that only did about half. So Lugia is still able to tank it, and almost nothing can tank a Meteor Mash in the Master League. So it's awesome. Does pick up a shield. So the opponent is really trying to maintain switch advantage, but Mr. Mojo has other ideas. Because if he can flip switch advantage here, he's going to be in a significantly better spot. Going for Sky Attack right away, and it looks like that he may be outpacing this Metagross as well. Ooh, Metagross gives up switch. This is massive. They had a Togekiss in back, and from here, this is a good game. Knowing that you had a Togekiss in back for the opponent, it was absolutely imperative to keep switch advantage, because without switch advantage, everything lines up terribly, and they end up losing the match, unfortunately. So as you can see there, a nice little 5-0 run capped off with a Party Hat Eevee. You absolutely love to see it. And that was the interesting thing about Master Classic, is I mainly stayed in Holiday Cup, but a lot of people were saying that there were a lot of Premier teams basically just trying to avoid the disaster that's been the XL rollout, because there's honestly just been a lot of just upset people, and justifiably so, because it feels like people who spoof end up getting a really unfair advantage over a lot of the more legitimate players. Right, we do have a couple bonus matches here. Absolutely horrible lead. tries to catch the Fire Punch, unable to do so, and Lugia is met by Melmetal. Now let's see how much a Rock Slide does. Lugia is quite tanky here. Rock Slide coming through. Doesn't even get it into the yellow. Lugia, you absolute animal. Oh my goodness. Aeroblast even resisted. Does almost as much as a neutral Rock Slide to Lugia. My goodness. That's absolutely crazy. Going straight for the Sky Attack. He might have been worried that he wasn't going to get to the Aeroblast. And yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to do quite enough there. Yeah, and I don't think he would have gotten to the Aeroblast there. Can't really come in with Melmetal and farm down, so I like the call to come in with Giratina. You may have to eat a charge move, but you can farm down, and there's very few Pokemon in the game that want to see a fully loaded Origin Form Giratina. Well, besides Snorlax. Fortunately, it is not Snorlax. So... shielding up the Earthquake, huge call, was not a bait, and now is over farming and going for a bait. Let's see if he can entice that shield. Does get the shield and gets the boost. Oh, this is Giratina's world now. Shadow Ball doing so much damage, takes them out, and the opponent concedes the match. Maybe a Mewtwo in back, something that was going to be taken super effective, and did not want to see that boosted Giratina. And hopping into the final match, Melmetal into another Groudon. So a really, really rough lead. Unfortunately, a bit of lag. Is able to swap into Lugia. And they counter with a Togekiss. And this is a pretty decent matchup for Lugia. Even though its fast move is double resisted by Togekiss, you can see it is chunking more than I would expect a Dragon type move to do. So... pretty nice, and Ancient Power does absolutely nothing, and they're going to be able to pressure both shields here with the Aeroblast, and that way they're going to be able to set up their Giratina endgame with a 2-0 shield advantage. And that's one really nice thing about the Lugia safe swap, is with Aeroblast being so incredibly powerful, you're able to grab a lot of shields, especially if you don't bait, and you're really able to set up your backline to succeed. And I definitely respect that no shield. You can survive a flamethrower, and you want Origin to have both those shields. Able to farm down, and now they should be in a fairly good position. Ooh, Groudon had a move. That is not ideal. Fire Punch coming through, going straight for the superpower to start to chip away at Groudon. And Groudon had another move. Dang, this Groudon has so much energy. Fire Punch is going to take out the Melmetal, coming in with Giratina. And they have their own Giratina, but it doesn't have a shield. Did he go for Ominous there? I guess maybe he's going for the boost. Interesting. Went for Ominous. He is going to need to commit the shield. The opponent's going for Ominous because that's basically their win condition at this point. Over farming and going for another Ominous. This should come really close to taking them out. And one away. So I now see the plan, and that's going to give them enough energy to get to the Shadow Ball on Groudon. So I haven't played much in terms of Masters, so I was a little confused there, but he had the situation under control the whole time and was able to get the win. Yeah, so in conclusion, Lugia appears to be a very, very strong safe swap in the Master League. With its charge move of Aeroblast being so incredibly powerful, it's really good at grabbing shields and helping set up the rest of your team to win endgame with a shield advantage. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. If you're new and you enjoyed the content, definitely feel free to hit that subscribe button. It's free and it does help out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.